With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
One play at a time, guys. Let's go.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Not today, baby, not today. Break. Tight end right, tight end right. Front it. 4 down.
On second down, here's Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
I got 83. There. Tight, blue 15. Zebra. Banjo.
They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down. Gotta go.
Penny, a first down carry. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
I got trick this way. 280. We got 3. Hey. I got him, man. Zebra.
He's mine. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
We got four. Tight. Green 80. Green 80.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Throwing is Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Allen Bailey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Tempo. Tight on the right. 4 down. Check. Gun. Check.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Tight end's right. Green 80. Hey, we got 4.
Now it's Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas. 18. 3. Check 3. Green 80. 12. Gotta go. Motion. Pop. Gun. Be alert. Mike, 53.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 14.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Shotgun.
Here's McKissick. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try.
4 down. Alert.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
A carry now for McKissick. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal.
Deep in the red zone. This was 4-down territory from the start. And here, they won't wind up with a touchdown, but they do get a great consolation prize as they convert and pick up a first down inside the 5.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
This time, Wilson will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ed Dixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Janikowski adds the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They go play action here on 1st down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Black 58, rail!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Being chased out left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Chiefs, they've got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Slow! Keep 15.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. He's got daylight past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. Janikowski good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make, but they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Z. Check 91. So.
Now it's Mahomes again. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Ace. Odd. 5 down.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. A good pickup there, a 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Mahomes now on first down. Caught, Kelce, left side. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Kendricks in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Flex round!
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
All day.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk 1st down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Hey, we got 4. Zebra. 12. 53.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight ends. 18. Tight ends right. 19.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Let's go. Quick edge. Go. All go special.
They'll run with McKissick, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Allen Bailey in on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
4 down. 19. Gun.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch there.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And a loose football. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He's going to get it running right, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it, Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
That is right. Hey.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jaron Reed coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Watch 84.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to thank the guys on D.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson and Dixon over the middle. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, Wilson completes it to Dixon. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And they'll go on the ground. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. They'll go again with McKissick. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And that one Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, it's a good fifth win for them as they play out the string. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.